Hello. Welcome to the tea. As you guys come in, say hello. And let me know where you guys are from. The girl is getting her exercise. I encourage you guys to do the same today. Make sure you are exercising and doing what you need to do for yourself. So that's what I'm doing. If you guys can hear me, let me know by hitting the hearts or something. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Hit the hearts for your girl. Okay, so this is in. First and foremost, y'all, Miss Jada Pinkett. She came out and said, which we kind of already knew some things were going on with them, right? Something weird. She came out during the interview and said that she and Will Smith have been separated for 7 years or more, since 2016. So what happened? What you mean what happened? Oh my gosh. Well, let's just keep it real, right? Remember when years ago, we thought that they had an open relationship or whatever. Now, you know Jada Pinkett's coming out with a book, right? Who knew that Jada Pinkett is actually coming out with a book, and it actually releases, I want to say the 14th. I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm going to go and check and see when her book is coming out. And as you guys come in, say hello. Let me know where you guys are from. I'm trying to tell y'all when the book is coming out. Hold on. Hello, Miss Donzella. Thanks for coming in. Hope all is well with you. Okay. I'm trying to tell y'all when the book is coming out. Hold on. You guys tell me where you're from. Say hello. I'm Jenna. Okay, so her book is called Worthy. It is Worthy. You guys can get it right from my Amazon site. Okay, so October 17th, go and pre-order it. Okay, go to my Amazon site. It's pinned below. Babe. Okay. Go to my, and I got the Audible too, because I want to hear Homegirl. I think she's reading her own book. I want to hear her voice, because you guys may not take to Jada, but the girl got a lot to say. I mean, she was best friends with Tupac. Okay, so if you watch her interviews, and she doesn't do many, but when she does, you got to listen to what she says. One thing that, thank you, Miss Donzella. One thing that she said years ago, I think it was on, what is this guy's name? I got to work on my memory. This should help me though, it's treadmill. Sway. So look up Jada Pinkett Sway interview. She actually talks about how Will and his ex-wife Cherie was on goes on vacations. And I thought that was weird, because I'm like, okay, who is going to allow their spouse, their wife, or their husband to go on a trip with their ex or ex-wife or ex-husband? Ain't nobody going to do that. Hello, Elvin. Mr. Elvin, hello. Come on, y'all. Y'all type some more. Come on. Look. I need your help. You guys say hello. I want to know where you guys are from. Okay. Mr. Elvis from Baltimore. All right. Okay. So when I heard that, I was like, huh? And I had told my husband, I was like, what is going on? I might share that article. Admin, if you can find that article of how Will Smith and his ex-wife Cherie, don't we all love Cherie? I love Cherie. You guys go follow her on Instagram. She has a lot of inspirational things she says. You know, she's into the Lord and all. So her inspiration is always going to be faith-based. She always got something nice to say. I love her spirit. But yeah. And so Jada was like, oh yeah, they go on trips. And this is before she came out with the big August Alsina debacle. That's a new word. I actually, I learned. But yeah, and she said, oh yeah, they got their son, and their son needs to see them two together. Mind you, at the time, his first son, which is Trey, was 25 years old. I think he's 30 now. So that shows how many years ago this interview was. And she said, oh yeah, they need to be together. He needs to see his parents. He was like, whatever. While he was off doing that, what was Jada doing? She doing her thing. So they've been separated, in my opinion. I mean, that was like 5-6 years ago, so she's probably correct. Like, she was like, basically, they do their own thing. That's how she basically said it. She was like, we live totally different lives. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think, and when things really went awry, wrong. This goes way back to when, are y'all with me? Hit the heart button, share. Look, y'all. I know I'm professional. I know this is some tea. But you guys know how live streams work. I gotta have some energy in here. Say hello. Tell me, ask me how I'm doing. Say, hey, Jenna. Hit the heart buttons. You guys know that. And all the stuff that I just said is free. So let me stop talking for a minute. Okay? And let you guys. You're not answering. What did I answer? You said what happened. I'm going over. I don't know what happened. I'm not Jada Pinkett's sister. I don't know I wasn't there. All I can do is speculate. She didn't say anything like what happened. So I'm not her family or anything. I'm just reporting the news. So yeah. Say hello. Hey, Miss Mary. Anybody else can say hey? All right. So this is back when Jada Pinkett was on the show called Hawthorne. Who in here watched Hawthorne? Say me. Because I know I did. This is going back. How many years ago is Hawthorne back? You talking about 10 plus years. Hi, Miss Brittany. Yeah. Okay. So, y'all remember when Mark Anthony was on there, right? And y'all remember that last scene. After that last scene, well, that first scene with Jada Pinkett and Mark Anthony, they was getting together. They had that little love scene, and then the show was done. Remember? I think that's when it all happened, and it had come out that Will Smith had walked in on them. Mark Anthony at the time was actually married to J-Lo. We all know how J-Lo. I'm going way back. This is some tea, like some ancient tea, some black tea, okay? So I think that's when things started to go a little awry, because women, we can kind of deal with things different. Even though the open relationship, guess whose idea was for the open relationship? You guys let me know. Was it Jada? Or was it Will? I want you guys to type it up. Do you guys think, I know, but I want to see if y'all know. Whose idea was it to have an open relationship? Was it Jada or was it Will? You guys type it up. Okay, so we got Miss Cordia. Is it Dia? Because that's Spanish. Or is it Cordilla? Because I don't like to mispronounce people's names. Okay. Jada, Miss Deborah said it. Okay, come on. Who else? Who else gonna come into the pool? The pool is fine. The water is fine. If you're just walking in, who do you think wanted the open relationship? Was it Jada or was it Will? Jada. Miss Stephanie said Jada. Hey, Miss PM Jacobs. Guaranteed. Miss Tanisha says Will. Okay. Y'all get shout outs with me too. Your girl's on her treadmill. Getting into it. Alright, come on. Miss Ursula says Jada. So it looks like everybody kind of feels like Jada wanted the open relationship. Y'all ready for the answer? The people who said Will are incorrect. It was Jada. Yeah. Just to let you guys know, this is some more tea. This goes back to when they first got married. When they first got married, y'all know Jada was already pregnant, right? Yeah, she was already pregnant with their son. Don't tell me. What is that boy's name? Jaden. Okay? She was already pregnant. And her mom, I don't know her name. I forget her name. They call her Grammy or whatever. But she told Jada, she was like, look, you can't be having his baby and not married. So Jada never wanted to get married to Will. She just wanted to chill out, you know, because the way Jada was raised, and all this stuff has come from Jada's mouth on her show, Red Table Talk. She grew up, her mom was addicted to substances, and she grew up and you know, with a broken home. Her dad was not there, and she just wasn't interested in getting married. But her mom was like, hey, that's not a good look. Get married. So she said basically she got married. She was crying that day. She was not happy. And if you actually go and look at their wedding pictures, she did look like she was crying, and she did look like she was very pregnant. You know, back then there was no internet. There was no social. No, I'm not going to say there was no internet, but there was no social media. So, of course, we didn't know that Jada was pregnant, but she really was. So they got married because she was pregnant. So from the beginning, do you guys think that you should get married because you're pregnant? Let's talk about it. Who in here thinks marriage is a grounds, I'm sorry, pregnancy is grounds for automatic, yeah, do I even know what year this is? But I'm old school, y'all. I was raised different, so I'm going to say yes. But if we can, we want the marriage first. Remember, no matter how far the stream flows, never forget its origin. Marriage is the union for families. So they should have been married. Now, let's go to Will. It's not all Jada. Will had just got out of his marriage. When he started dating... Oh, you guys are commenting. Hold on. When Jada was... Miss Cordia said, when Jada was in her all-girl band, she had referenced that she was a part of the lifestyle. And she didn't want to get married. And she cried right before they said their nuptials. Okay, so I didn't know the little tea of her being in the lifestyle. I mean, I knew that tea, but I didn't know that that was the reason why she didn't want to get married. I thought she just didn't want to get married because she just didn't want to get married. And I didn't know she was... Look, I always thought... I didn't know Jada was like that. You know what I mean? Ain't none of my business, but... Thank you for that tea, Miss Kelly. I also don't see how people can be talked into doing something they totally against. Money. See, I'm going to tell you. Money will make Will Smith a bit. At that time, he had just made Independence Day. You know, he was the big man on campus. Wouldn't you marry him if you were carrying his baby? I'm just saying. He wasn't no poor man. He wasn't no man with. That man's smart. You know, I'm married. I can't go too far, but y'all know what I mean. Ain't that right, babe? Yeah. So he was just getting out of his marriage, and you know, when they first started dating, he was still married. See, when you date a person who is separated and not completely divorced, that's dangerous. There are still feelings there. Now, Cherie, his ex-wife, said that she left him. There's some rumors out there what's going on, but she said there was no infidelity, and other people are saying some other things. I can't even say it. But just imagine some other things have been said why she really left him. But Cherie, she never left his side. I hate to make this comparison, but just follow me. It's like Diddy, right? Y'all probably like, how the heck did he get into this conversation? Or why not? Okay, so Diddy would date and had all these different relationships, but who never left his side? Y'all go ahead and type her name up. Let me see, do y'all know where I'm going with this? Who never left his side? Who always was there? Come on now. Type her name up. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She was also in love with Tupac. Yes. And that explains why she was on. Thank you, Miss Cordelia. Yes. Yes, Miss Donzella. Yes. She never left his side. Now, she was having babies, Kim Porter, and all that. She even said it herself on interviews. She was always there. That's how Cherie is. Now, Cherie ain't had no more babies by Will. Cherie even went off and got married. But that marriage didn't last either. She's divorced twice now. So it's safe to say something up with her too. I'm just keeping it real. 2 failed marriages. But she never left Will's side. I remember they had a little conversation. She and Cherie and Jada. And if you look at some of their old pictures, don't they look alike? Jada, not now, because Jada done had some work done. But Jada and Cherie, if you look at their old stuff, they actually do look alike. He has a type. And I don't like people who have types. Hold on, y'all. Oh, heck no. I've been on here 17 minutes. Hold on. I'm going to sit down with you guys. Give me 1 second. Ooh. That's 17 minutes, babe. That went by fast. Okay. Woo. Child. Oh. Uh-oh. What the heck is going on? Hold on 1 second, y'all. We're going to get back into the tea. I just got to reposition myself. Okay. Guys, hit those hearts if you have any questions or any comments about the topic. You guys go ahead and type them up. I don't ignore nobody. All of my commenters are a part of my show. Okay? So you guys go ahead and comment. So like I was saying before, Cherie had never left his side. So I think that Will was kind of had, like, I'm not going to say a harem, but he had, you know, he was like a king up in this piece, if you will. He had these beautiful women. He always had, then he got a woman who's saying an open relationship and all that, which is the most silliest thing in the world. Don't do that. You do not invite people to your marriage or your relationship. You don't do that. Sometimes, usually, that is just like a temporary situation, but it is a forever issue with your relationship. Don't even do it. It's not biblical. It's not healthy. It's just not good. And just don't do it. So being that she stayed in that situation, she caused a lot of confusion, conflict, and issues. He couldn't really be a full-time husband to Jada. Jada feels, I just feel like she's very, not clingy or whatever, but she's independent, but yet she has certain needs that maybe Will Smith was not able to quench, if you will. She's very visceral, if you will, meaning surface, flesh. It wasn't a spiritual connection. Do you guys think that a relationship needs a spiritual connection to really work out? I'm asking questions for you guys to actually answer them. This is not rhetorical. I need you guys to really be in here with me. Okay? Do you think that a relationship should have a spiritual connection? Okay, so Miss Donzella says yes, and Miss Cordia says yes. We got 2 people in here that just agree with that. Let's talk about it. Do you think that there needs to be a spiritual connection? And we all know that was not. I can pull up some pictures. Let me go ahead and pull up some Jada Pinkett and Will Smith pictures. The chemistry, in my opinion, was never there. Miss Alicia, okay, all right, yeah, and that takes time. Do you think you can get a spiritual connection with somebody? With somebody you've known? Hold on, y'all. For a little bit of time? No, you need to know them longer than that. Let's pull up some Jada Pinkett and Will Smith pictures. If you're just tuning in, we are talking about, or make sure you read the title, okay? And we are talking about the fact that they are separated, Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. Now, I'm going to tell you, do you guys think, well, I'm going to ask you guys first. Do you guys think they're actually going to get a divorce? Miss Ursula. Thank you, Miss Ursula, Miss Alicia, Miss Cordia, and Miss Donzella for being active in this video. Thank you so much. Do you guys think they're actually going to Okay, that's how they are now. It just looks like there's no chemistry there. It just looks like her homeboy, looks like somebody she's just been living with for a minute. There's no chemistry. Now, they had some chemistry. Let me go back to, let's see, the 90s. She was young and vibrant. See, even there, looked like it was kind of phony. You know what I mean? They look a little phony there. You know, his lips not even touching her. She's like, she's like, that's almost like that's her family member. It's no, she used to, had the slinky outfits on, and this one, she just has a beautiful smile, but they don't look like they have chemistry to me. Not even back in the day. I mean, they take a cute photo. I mean, she looked like she want to get with the camera guy. He looking at a different camera. They're not connecting. Me, I look at pictures professionally all the time, so I can kind of, tell who has good chemistry. Okay, now let's pull up Jada Pinkett and you know who. You guys type it up. Who am I talking about? Who am I talking about, y'all? Let's bring up Jada Pinkett and you know who. Bam. This one takes the cake. This one takes 27 years of their marriage right here. That photo right here. Boom. Look at that chemistry. And she claimed that they didn't even date. This picture says something different. She's not a good liar. Oh, you and Tupac, in my opinion, you definitely were together. That one photo right there, I don't even got to. All right, let me see who. Yes, Tupac, Miss Tanisha and Ursula, thank you. I think their divorce is a chance. No, because she and him said divorce is off the table. They live on different sides of the house. Yeah, she said that years ago. I don't think they're going to get legitimately divorced. Why? Too much money on the line. I think let's look up let me show y'all another photo of her and Tupac. Look at that. Look at that. She ain't never take no picture like that with Will. Let's look up Will Smith's net worth. He is between $350 to $375 million. Biggie. $1 million. 350. Let's just say 375. His net worth is $375 million. Let's look up Jada Pinkett's. Because I don't think he married her with a prenup, y'all. Okay? You know what her net worth is? I would ask y'all to type it up. Go ahead and type it up. Y'all guess. Don't go to no don't even try to cheat. Because if y'all say it exactly, and I know y'all went there. Okay. So I just said that Will Smith's net worth is $375 million. Guess what her net worth is? I said guess. Somebody said, Miss Tanisha said she's not going nowhere. and neither is he. Look, the numbers don't lie. Miss Anzella, you know darn well you went to Google to type that up. Didn't I just say if y'all went to Google, I'm going to know? Darn, I'm playing a game here. Yeah, it's 50 million. That is a big difference, isn't it? Biggie?
Oh, definitely.
She ain't going nowhere. Oh, you didn't? Okay. Well, you did a good guess then. She ain't going nowhere, and neither is he. He got much more to lose. Look, there's an old song out here, old, before my time, but I heard about it. It's called It's Cheaper to Keep Her. And so that explains why they have not divorced. It's the money. And see, the money is the root to all evil. It's the root to misery. You know what I mean? All right, so let's bring it up to this August Alsina situation, right? August Alsina. Honey, I don't know where he came from. All we know is that one day we was watching Red Table Talk and this guy was on there just a geek in and had this blonde hair and supposedly he was so sick and he was like a puppy dog to her. She felt like she had to take him in her home and her space and her spiritual, Honey, she said she had an entanglement. Do y'all know that word is in the Bible? Entanglement? Oh, yeah. Entanglement means spiritual, honey. She had a spiritual connection with August Alsina. It wasn't just physical. So she said Will didn't give her that. Y'all ladies know what's up. You know the difference between a man that's just doing stuff versus a man that connects with your soul. When y'all had that soul tie, unfortunately, you should only have that with your husband. See, the Bible says this. It says once you sleep with somebody, that's your wife. That's your husband. And that's why a lot of us out here, or y'all, because I'm not. At one time I was, though. Committing adultery. Oh, yeah, you can commit adultery and it be two single people. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Oh, y'all thought I was just going to talk about Jada Pinkett and I'm not going to tie in God up in here? Because, you know, we always got to tie that in here. Yes, that's what we represent. Okay? I got to tell you because I don't think people know. I think it's in Matthews. Oh, y'all committing adultery. Why? Because God had already predestined all of us to have a husband and a wife. And so while you out here communing and convening with somebody else's husband or wife, you blocking yourself from your real husband and wife. See, let's just keep it real how this marriage actually began. He was married. They were sleeping together. He and Jada were sleeping together. Oh, and by the way, since Cherie Zampino, his first wife, said, she said she didn't leave him for infidelity. She said there was no infidelity. So once you say there's no infidelity, because even Jada Pinkett said that there's no infidelity in their relationship. I don't believe that. But Cherie, she said there was no infidelity. Oh, so that's why that connection is still there. See, the only way that you can break a connection when you are married, you guys hit the hearts because I'm about to get into the real tea. The tea that can save your soul. But hit the hearts. Hit the hearts fast because I'm 40-something years old and I'm about to freaking forget it. Babe, what did I say? What did I say? Where was I going? Hit the hearts. Let me know that you guys are listening. Hit them hearts. Once I see them hearts, I'll continue. But yeah. Thank you for the hearts. Unless there's infidelity in a marriage, you are still married. And this is why Will and Cherie always have a bond, because she claims that there was no infidelity. She just didn't want. She married Will Smith. She didn't marry. She basically married Willard. She didn't marry Will Smith. I think his real name is Willard. What is his name, babe? Willard Smith. Yeah. She married Willard Smith. She didn't marry Will Smith. So when she got married to him, he was the Fresh Prince. I think that actually came out of her mouth. She said, I married the Fresh Prince, not Will Smith. So she wasn't ready for the Hollywood life. She wasn't ready to be, Will Smith's wife on the red carpet. She just wanted their little family, their happy little family, and wanted Will at home. But Will, his destiny was much bigger than what she thought it would be. She thought that he was just going to be the Fresh Prince, and it was going to stop there. But he grew into this huge juggernaut of an actor and of a public figure. So she wasn't ready. They were young. She's a little older than him, like a year. So they were young, and then she just wasn't ready. So that's why. So with that being said, that's still his wife. In God's eyes, that's his wife. Jada is not, and has never been, and there has never been a connection there. You can't connect with somebody else's husband. You just can't. Or wife. There is not going to be any connection there. It doesn't matter how much you try. It doesn't matter how much money's there. It doesn't matter how much fame you have. You will never be able to be happy with somebody else's man. That's Cherie's man. That is Cherie's man. Ain't that right, babe? Okay, let me pull up some recent. Okay, so y'all talked about, we talked about how Jada and Will, let me see, if a marriage is labeled as open, how can there be infidelity? Oh, well, we're talking about in God's eyes. See, we don't get to change the narrative of what marriage is. I know we living in the days and times where everything is changing and people are just making their own laws and own rules. But when you are part of the Lord's camp, you got to know that no matter how far the stream flows, never forget its origin. Okay? And so I can't say, we open today. No, that's not you do know that marriage is something, is a vow that you say in front of God. So if anything that's not of God, he's not going to bless that. He's not going to keep that. And that's the best I'm going to say, because if I say any more, because I don't want nobody to feel like condemned. You know, I'm a baby. I'm a baby in this. I'm just starting. But God has given me the strength to do this. Okay, so let's look up, let me see. Let's look up Will Smith and Cherie. And let me let you guys see their chemistry. Her name is Cherie Zampino and Will Smith. That's her husband. That's her man. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. That's his wife. They love each other. It's just that she just couldn't. You're welcome. She just could not be there in his moment because she wanted the man. Can you imagine? You in love with somebody, you're married to them, and they ain't never home. You got a baby, and you want that baby to have his dad and his mom together. She wanted that family. And she said that, you know, she said that her son Trey was mad at her for years for breaking up that family. She carried around that guilt. You know, she carried around that guilt. Look at that. It's almost like Jada had work to look like her. And now Jada Pinkett was beautiful in her own right, but looks like she had work to look like his wife, his first wife or his only wife. That's wrong, Big Ed. Look at him. Why is she in the middle? What the heck is going on here? What the heck is going on in this? Talking about they have a blended family. This is not blended. This is something else going on here. What y'all sensing here? Go ahead, type it up. Go ahead. This is a gossip columnist. Come on. What? Could you do this, ma'am? Could you have the wife in the middle, the wife, and then could y'all do this? Look at this man's face. He is happy as a pig in slop. What are they doing? What in the heezy is going on in these photos? A picture can say 1,000 words. I'm not going to say what I want to say because what I want to say may not be appropriate for this daytime conversation. Somebody said, Miss T said, Jada looks happy too. She look happier with her in the photo than not in the photo. That's a good question. Did Jada and Will ever get married? Yeah, they got wedding photos. Let's look at their wedding photos. They got married in what is it? New Year's Eve, 1997. Jada Pinkett. Look at this. Oh yeah, they got married. And look. You see how she got them flowers right in the middle? She was hiding that baby bump. You get what I'm saying? She was hiding that baby bump. She was pregnant, and they never said that she was pregnant. Never. Look at that. They just never looked like they were happy. You could tell that they were married because of business. Did you guys not get the feeling that it was a business marriage or a business relationship? This is kind of sad though. Whether it was real, fake, or whatever, they were a part of our nice little long-term married couples. Let's go ahead and name some long-term married couples of color in Hollywood. Shall we? Let's go down the list. Snoop Dogg and his wife. What's her name? Snoop Dogg and wife. They call her name is Shantae. They've been married a long time. But we all know what's up with that. You get what I'm saying? But they have been married a long time. What's another long-term people of color? Oh, we all know about Denzel and Pauletta. We all know about Pauletta and Denzel. They've been married a long time. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, we love Denzel, but Denzel was not faithful all these 40-something years that they've been married. And that's been documented. One thing Pauletta has said, and she's documented in saying, she's saying that she allowed him to do him. She knew he had to get some things out of his system. Did you guys know that Pauletta is 5 years older than him? She paid for their first date. He didn't have no money. Okay? And she stuck by that man. And he'll tell you. Oh, they have a beautiful story of ups and downs and things like that. It was rumors he would have, nice little relationships with his co-workers. I'm not going to go ahead and name them, but he's been beside some beautiful women, if you will. What's another one? Let's go by it. Ice Cube and his wife, Kim. Got a beat from Kim. Remember that? That was about his wife. They've been together for a long time. Never heard anything bad about them. Never heard anything about them. Oh, yeah, I'm going to get back into that. We'll be going over some long-term marriages of other people, okay? What's another one? LL Cool J. We should all know these people. They old school. And his wife. Now, we all know that LL has not been committed to his wife fully. He cheated on her quite a bit. In fact, their relationship, I can't even say what you just said, J and B. Look, when I was talking about long-term relationships, I ain't even think about them two. They like, I even say that they no. Anyway, what was I saying? He cheated on his wife, LL Cool J. In fact, he said he didn't wake up until she got sick. When she had gotten sick. Oh, yeah. He said, he almost lost her or whatever. And that, taught him to be a faithful man. I think he's a faithful man now. But he was not always faithful. His whole name is Ladies Love Cool James. Do we feel sorry for these men? These big men out here who are making it. And Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. We can't forget them too. Haven't heard anything about them. But Samuel L. Jackson even said he hasn't been, they all have dipped and dabbed in the river of adultery. Do we feel sorry for them? Look, nowadays you have to have a base in God in anything you do. Because if you don't, you're going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe every time. Yes, that's a beautiful couple, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful couple. Okay, so let's talk about her, Jada Pinkett and Elsina. You guys go ahead, Steve and Marjorie Harvey. We're not going to talk about them. They are not a part of the greats. Oh my goodness. Do you think Steve and Marjorie Harvey are the greats? Honey, it's rumors talking about she's sleeping with the darn chef and the bodyguard. Right, Biggie? She is not a part of, they are not a part of the Greeks. He bought her. I don't care about her brown eyes and her light skin and all that. He bought her. He got a yoke around his neck. If the day he ain't able to make money, Marjorie gone. She gone now. We ain't talking about Bow Wife. See, those, you know what? The relationships that I just talked about, one thing all of those relationships started with, those women were with them before they were famous. Like Cherie Zampino, she was with Will before he eclipsed, if you will. Or, he even though he had a little fame with being the Fresh Prince, but he wasn't the Will Smith we know today. So those relationships are stronger because they got together before the fame. And if you like Beyonce said back in one of her things, she said, I'm not gonna have another woman in my house, another woman's hips in my car that I've trained this man up to be who he is. Oh, we just not gonna do that. See, the old school women know what's up. You think Pauletta gonna that investment that she did on his first date, that it just started there. Oh, she got that back time 99 million, right? Look at Denzel. She not gonna let that man go. It don't matter how many people he cheated with. We gonna work this out. So there's some things, us regular smegular women, we don't understand because we have regular smegular men. We're built on something different. But when you got this man who, when you met him, he ain't have a pot and a window to throw it out, and all of a sudden he's a billionaire. Oh, you gonna stay still and let that man grow. But honey, don't let yourself age like Snoop's wife. Child. I'm not saying it'll come with a price. Oh, if you gonna stay up with a man because he rich, oh, your collagen stores are going to go down. You're going to start looking old. Because when them men are spreading it low and wide, he got souls all over the place in him. Y'all need to be rebuked and dipped in the water and getting... You get what I'm saying, babe? Money ain't everything. And Bernie Mac and his wife started from scratch. Yes. And Bernie Mac's widow, she got remarried as soon as he died. But that's another story. Okay? Let's go back to this August Alsina. You know what made that wrong? What was the most trifling thing of that whole story? You guys type it up. What was so trifling? I want to see what you guys think, because I know what I think, but I want to know what you guys think. What was so trifling about that? Give y'all a few minutes and allow myself to rest my vocal cords, because before I start sounding like a man. Ain't that right, Biggie? Miss Violeta said he was a baby, having him around the kids. That was her son's friend. Ding, 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 ding. Now, I'm going to tell you, Miss Tanisha, I feel you on that one. The other ones were good too, but that was the answer I was looking for. Excuse me for pointing. That was the answer I was looking for. That's her son's friend. Now, what if Will Smith did that to Willow, his daughter? See the double standards in this world? That's just trifling. There's a lot of stuff out here y'all don't know about these people, y'all. I can't even get into it. Do your own research. You just don't do stuff like that. First of all, ain't no 23 or 24 or however old August Alsina is can compete, or no 50-something-year-old man can compete with a 23-year-old. Bad? I'm just saying.
Unless he works, if he works out.
You couldn't find nobody else your age, ma'am? We all know what that was about. What the heck was Will Smith doing or not doing? She had to go to somebody young. And he in that stage, at that time where, men love older women. Oh, yeah. So we all know how that happened. And she broke that boy's heart. She broke his heart. Talking about, I had to nurse him back to health. He needed me. That came out of her own mouth. No, you crushed him. In one way, in one straight form of fashion, you crushed him. Yes. Cougars out here. Okay? After a while, they call you bobcats. Okay? A cougar is around 40, whatever. If you over 50, you a bobcat. Leave these little fellas alone. You're going to mess them up every time. And then when that little situation is done, they're going to always go after somebody their age. That's only good for a little bit of time. Because when you're just going after the flesh is weak, it gets distracted, it's not well grounded, it's not a relationship. So I'm just saying, when you dating people 10 and 15 and 20 years younger than you, please stop getting, serious with people like that. Ask Cher. Cher was with that boy that was 30-something years younger, talking about they getting married. She cut it off. She's 74 years old, but still had her mind enough to know that boy was just with her for her money. That's all we're going to say about that. But what do y'all think? Are y'all surprised that the Smiths have been not only separated, but separated for 7 years? Are y'all surprised? Yes or no? I'm surprised she came out with it, but then again, I'm not even surprised on that because she does have a book coming out. So that is some good things to boost her sales. Didn't he play her son on Menace to Society? What? Honey, Menace to Society was out before she was a mother. So that would be no. No, my Lord. No. That's not her. That's not him. Mm-mm. August Alsina and Jaden, they're friends, right? They were friends, babe, right?
Yeah, around the same age.
Yeah, so no. Minister Society came out like in 93. No. No. Who told y'all that? Oh, you was just asking. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't even know why.
He wasn't even born.
Yeah, he probably wasn't even born back then. Calling all bobcats and cougars out here. Does it work with younger people? We mature, quicker than the kings out here, if you will, So how does that work out when you date someone younger? A lot of people, and that's both sides, men and women, when you start to date younger, I think you're looking for someone that you can kind of control mold into something you want because maybe you're not able to find somebody your own age, because, the older you get, the wiser you get, the more you're not going to fall for the okie doke, What do you think about Rihanna and A$AP Rocky? We talking about Jada and Will, Miss Sherry. Do you guys know the backstory of A$AP? Do you guys know that at all? Honey, I looked that up. I looked him up, and honey, it looked like he used to play for the same team back in the day. I don't know if that's true or not. He used to play for the honey, he used to play for the same team. That's all I got to say about that. Allegedly. So that's it. You should have asked me about Cardi B and Offset. That's a little bit more my speed. Anyway. Separate table at the awards when he slapped Chris Rock. Why do you think he slapped Chris Rock? That's still his wife. Even though they may not be together, that's still his wife. He had no business slapping nobody. You don't put your hands on nobody. But then you don't stand there and allow somebody to do that either if you can help it. You get what I'm saying? And you don't stand there and talk about nobody's wife, especially alopecia or having, but it's a rumor between that too. Back in the day, they were saying Chris Rock and Jada Pinkett were rocking back in the day.
Are they from Baltimore?
Jada Pinkett's from Baltimore.
What about Chris Rock?
Chris Rock, I don't know where the heck he from, but I heard that they were rocking and rolling back in the day, but y'all look that up. Honey, Jada got a appetite for a lot. And what she wants, I don't think one person could ever give. Because nobody is in her heart, in her mind, going to stand up to what Tupac was. And Tupac got around. You get what I'm saying? He got around. And the one thing about Tupac, not one woman ever said anything bad about Tupac. 40 years later, 30 years, however long it's been, Tupac's still the man. And Will Smith might be 2 feet or 10 feet taller than Tupac was, but he ain't never been able to stand up to Tupac. I'm sorry. And that's just me and my opinion. Somebody said, hello, Jenna and Andrew, Miss Ruby.
Hey, what's going on?
That's a person who's been rocking for decades. She know my name and your name. Oh, she regular. Please make sure you follow us on YouTube, Miss Ruby. Okay? Chris Rock and Jada played on Madagascar together. She was the hippo and he was something else. But, she been trying to get them small men. August Alsina, Chris Rock. Honey, ain't nobody Tupac. Will Smith too much of a man for her anyway. And when they take pictures beside each other, it look awkward because he like 6 feet something. She 4'11". I mean, they just don't match. Right, babe? They don't match. They don't match physically, spiritually. You just,
He's almost outside the frame.
Exactly. Y'all got any more questions? Any more questions or concerns about this topic? Am I really getting crow's feet? Lord, the years go by so fast, don't they? Honey, how do I have crow's feet with a filter? Is the filter giving me crow's feet? ain't got no filters out here for us brown skinned ladies. So they gonna give me crow's feet with this filter? You know, we don't, us women of color, we don't know nothing about no crow's feet, do we? Do y'all even know what crow's feet are? Let me just take this filter off real quick. Do that, y'all.
It's natural. What?
Don't. Oh my gosh. That is a wrap, y'all. That is ridiculous. I gotta like. Oh my. They wrong for that. They wrong for that because it was not supposed to be a transition like that.
Oh.
Oh, it didn't glitch. It showed my real face. It just went. It just went from one extreme to another. You know what I mean? And this is why people wear makeup. All right, let me do it one more time. Let's see. Oh. 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 Oh, that's why I was able to carry this video all that time. Yeah, who wants to look at their freckles and their... And I don't have crow's feet without it. The crow's feet went away. I don't have crow's feet. That's why I was like, what's going on? You know what I mean?
The filter gave you crow's feet?
The filter gave me crow's feet. But it smoothed out everything. So it was like... I'm going to love my own face. So that's the thing. You know, the thing about it, I look at my face all the time. I don't wear makeup. I don't wear makeup. You know? But going from that smooth, nice, perfect blend, and then I turned it off, it just was like, what the heck? Everything. The room even looks different, you know. That's why being on camera, it just does something to you, you know. People, they're afraid to come on camera and stuff. And I said to them before I cut the camera on, I said, you know what? I deserve to have nice looking skin and stuff like that. You know, I just want to, yeah, y'all can see my gray hair now and all. But, you know, getting older, it's just what happens. You know what I mean? If you're blessed enough, you'll live, you know, you'll live to see your skin and your hair change and your body change. And, you know, yeah, just be yourself. Be yourself. Where are my glasses?
Ah, they're right there on the table.
You know?
I brought them in.
Huh?
They're right there on the table.
Yeah, I didn't recognize myself. I'm like, my this is not my face. You know, I'm used to coming on here. You know what? People love who you show. Right? That's the thing. If you show your marriage, your relationship being perfect all of the time, if you're a person who's always in a position of trying to tell other people what to do and how they should do and how they should live, a lot of those type of people are miserable because sometimes we can look at other people's relationships and lifestyles and not our own. It's easier to say what you're doing wrong than look at your own self and say what you're doing wrong. A lot of those people, those relationships like Will and Jada and everybody that we see in pictures and we're like, oh, they're beautiful, oh, they've been together all this time. We don't know what they go through behind closed doors. The only difference between them and us is their paychecks. They're human. They have issues. They have insecurities. You know, they have infidelities in their relationship. They have all kinds of problems, just like regular folks. And sometimes we look at them as what y'all call it, relationship goals. No, relationship goals is the ones that you build and the ones that you are in. That's the goal. And the relationship goal is what God says, which is be faithful, love your men, love their husbands, love your wife the way God loves the church. You know, it says in the vows, sickness and health. You know, richer for, was it sickness and health, richer and poor. You know, that's what it's about. You know, to be with someone during their ups and their downs. And a lot of these marriages, like especially these new marriages that ain't even hitting 5 years, like the Tiana Taylor. You know, how many marriages have been ruined just within this year? You know, what's her name? Tamara, no, Tia and Corey. You know, they were married for 14 years. She never really was transparent on what really happened in that marriage. But marriages is not supposed to just, you know, be perfect. That's not, I mean, how can you think that, you know, if the vows say sickness and health, death to us part, rich or poor. It says it's going to be ups and downs in the darn vows. And the only grounds for divorce is infidelity, and if the person is being like mistreated, abused, stuff like that you can walk away from the marriage. But other things like money issues or just I don't like you today, that's not grounds for a marriage to break up, for divorce, or that's not grounds for divorce. When you walk into someone's life, when you guys are dating, and you say, I want to be married, you guys make that vow or that agreement. Get some help, like get some counseling. Not live together, but take your time before you get married. It is a legal document. Yes, it is a commitment. It is work. And I'm saying this because I have been married for 2 decades. I got married very young. And my husband, he has been with me during all those times. And I have been with him. We have been tested, with all those vows, and we're still here to talk about it. I protect my marriage. I don't talk about it too much because it's just between me and him. I don't gloat about it. I'm only saying that I've been married that long just to tell you guys I know of what I speak. I didn't just read about it. I'm going through it. We've grown together, and we've weathered the storm, and we're weathering the storm, But we have a base in God. If your marriage is not based in God, it's just not going to work out. I can honestly say that, because if it's not based in God, it's based in the devil. The devil is all about fame, fortune, flesh. Boom. F, F, F. That's what the devil's about. Fame, fortune, and flesh. And anything that you try to build off of fame, fortune, and flesh, it's not going to last. Ain't that right? My husband and I put God first. This is my second marriage and my last. I'm sure we are connected. Go get to know the person first to see if they can handle situations that are difficult. Right. And that takes time. And so I don't want to offend anybody saying, if you married again, you really married to your first. I just told you the prerequisites of that, saying if it was no infidelity, and if he did not harm you and all of that or whatever, it was no verbal or all that, then, but and I didn't say that, it's in the word, it's all in the word, guys. It's in Corinthians. Matthew. Those are the books that talk about stuff like that. Check it out if you want. That's what we here. We're here to spread seeds and get more people into the word. One thing about my husband and I, we were both told we should get married. We were living together, and we lived together all of a year. And then we got, we didn't live together long because it wasn't comfortable. We both knew better, because we were raised in a certain way. When you raised in a certain way, you just know that you don't live together. And it's giving place to the devil. It gives place to the devil when you put the cart before the horse. When you when you have children first. When you live it together. When you are doing married things and things like that. It confuses things. Right? It does. Because a lot of these fellas out here, I'm talking about God's traditional union, guys. So when these fellas are out here and they're getting everything for free, what is going to make their spirit want to connect and do it the right way when you're not spiritual, because you're giving all that up and they ain't marry you, ladies. Have some one thing that the Bible will help you understand, that God wants us as women to have some class and not give it all up and have a man fall in love with your mind, your ability to wait, your ability to not be so fleshly. It's even in the music, the old school music. I don't know about this music today. But even Tupac, to bring it back to the spirit of this video, even Tupac, he'd been around, and he said there were certain women that were bees and certain women that were not. I didn't understand that, but now I do. Those men don't have any respect for the women who are out there shaking it up, showing all their possessions, if you will. They don't have no respect for you. I mean, it is what it is. You can't turn those type of women into a housewife. It's always going to be in the back of their mind. How many people did she do this with? Okay. So lead with this. And the way you lead with this, ladies, is be well read. Know the current events. Know what's going on in Israel. Know what's going on around Pakistan. Know what's going on with our food today. Know what's going on with different things. Just talk. You know what I mean? And I'm only telling you this because that's what my grandparents told me. Have a conversation. Be able to have a conversation with your man. Because there's going to be a time where that physical stuff don't matter. This sags. Your chest will start to sag. Your face will start to sag. Your hair will start to gray. Your hips will start to spread. Your legs will start to get weak. Your feet will start to hurt. And all of this right here, it doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, that man who loves your spirit will still be with you. And y'all will have a nice, healthy relationship. Because guess what? His stuff starts to sag too. It starts to not work. His skin starts to sag. That belly starts to get bigger. His ears start to not work anymore. Can't hear a goddamn thing you saying. That brain starts to not even comprehend a word you saying. And that's when that spiritual connection really comes into handy. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
And what I'm talking about is when you get old. All right. You're telling the truth, but not all want to hear. Yeah. But that's what it's all about. So don't fall in love with these celebrity marriages. They're there for what they're there for, which is entertaining. They're cute together. But, your own relationship should be your goal. Don't base your relationship on celebrity stuff. Because it's a business for them. When that business is done and maybe that contract is coming up where, they don't have to be married anymore. You know, I think that's a part of it too. You got to stay married for a certain amount of time before X, Y, and Z and things like that. Who knows? But don't look at them as relationship goals, because they regular folks just like me and you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.